Welcome back to Full Course Scootering. Now, I know that we usually talk about scooter parts and scootering and all that, but today we're going to be talking about something a little bit different, and that is cameras for scooter content. Now, you might be wondering, where the heck did you get all these freaking cameras besides the phone? I like to collect video cameras, obviously. In later videos, if you're wanting me to make videos about my other cameras that I have, go ahead and leave a comment and we can go ahead and do that. Today, we're talking about these cameras and the camera that you're watching me on. I'll be switching between the camera that you see me on right now and this camera right here. Let's get started. So we're going to be talking about what type of content you can film, equipment or accessories that you would need or would want to make your videos easier and a lot better. We're going to start off with the phone here. Everybody has a phone. You know, you don't need any of these cameras. Usually when you see someone filming clips and stuff on their phone, you can tell that it's a phone. So I have the iPhone 6. Now that is a very outdated iPhone. I know some people probably still have the iPhone 5, possibly even the iPhone 4. I believe this is the first iPhone that you can film in 60 frames per second. Content that I would recommend filming, or I guess that you could film with it, would be obviously Instagram. You know, everybody's making Instagram clips on their phone. You could film vlogs on your phone because you have the selfie camera. You can film video parts with these if you really wanted to. And you can film talking head videos, or you can do like Instagram Live and Facebook Live and all that. iPhones have a lot of different editors that you can use. I know that the iPhone comes with iMovie, which it's an okay one. It's very user friendly, but there's not like a lot in it. There's a new one that I think might have just came out just recently, and it is called Adobe Rush, and it's pretty much Adobe Premiere for your phone. It doesn't have all the, everything that Premiere actually has, but it's set up just like Premiere, and you can do a lot of stuff with it. You can go ahead and check that out for making videos and stuff. Another good thing is after you get your videos edited and all that, you can upload it straight to YouTube if you want off your phone. There's no having to download the clips or anything onto your computer and then uploading it. You can upload it right from your phone. So equipment that I would use with an iPhone would be this little tripod. Now this is a very cheap tripod. You can find these off of Amazon. I think they're like $10. It has two different access points on it, so you can film vertical or horizontal, which for right now, I'm going to tell you that if you're filming YouTube, you want it horizontal, but if you're filming Instagram, you want it this way. And all the products that I'm listing here, I will put in the description if you want to go check them out on Amazon. So this little tripod would be great for self-filming Instagram clips. You can just put your phone in there. You can film your clips up for Instagram if you need. If you are filming lines and stuff, I do recommend using a depth lens or some kind of other form of fisheye. That way, you can follow people and have it more steady instead of having it all shaky with the lens that comes on this or the regular camera. So depth lenses run you about $35 for it. It comes with the case and then the little fisheye lens, and it just screws into the back of the camera. And then you can download their app, which I think is like $2 or $3 for some reason, and you can make it look like it's filmed on a VX, so it's old looking, and it makes it so that your image stabilization is off, so that way the little black ring that's around the corners of the screen, they don't wiggle and move around and all that. They stay solid. So I definitely recommend using the app if you're going to use a depth lens. The other thing I recommend is a portable charger. If you've ever filmed clips or long videos on your phone, you know that recording on your phone sucks the life out of your battery. It just drains it super fast. It depends on the size of the charger or how long it stays charged, but they vary from price. I think this one was about $60. This one will give you 5 full charges on your phone, and it's got a little screen on it to tell you how much percent is left on it. So that's pretty cool. Now, one last thing that you can get for your phone to make it just that much better, this is optional, is a microphone, but you would have to find a way to mount it. Now, I know that Rode makes a phone microphone, so I've heard that those are pretty good for filming with phones. I've never used one. But if you want better audio besides what your phone can do, definitely get one of those. Boy, we got a lot to talk about today. Okay, so our next runner-up for our cameras is the GoPro Hero 7 Black. This is an amazing camera. It's definitely the first very good camera that GoPro has made, all because it has ridiculous good stabilization, image stabilization. The way that it acts is it's almost like on a gimbal. So it's super smooth. You don't have to worry about it being like all shaky and vibraty and all that. Content that it's good to film for is you can film video parts with it if you really wanted to. It only films in a wide angle. You can kind of change it a little bit. Like you can change it to be wide or linear. So linear is a little bit more narrow. It's not as wide. And then you can kind of zoom in a little bit, kind of like how you can on your phone. You can kind of like image crop and like zoom in, but then it ruins the image of the video. It's a little bit more grainy looking. So I don't really like the way it looks. If it doesn't bother you, then that works for you. You can't zoom while you're filming. You have to zoom to where you want it and then start recording. So that's kind of annoying. Another good thing that GoPros are great for is vlogging, because it's super light, super small, and it's got that wide angle on it. They have very decent audio as well, but GoPro does make an accessory little cord that can connect to Rode Video Micro mics, and then you can mount it to like a filming handle or something like that. They work great for vlogging because you can just hold it out here and you know that you're going to get your shot. Another cool idea that you can do is shooting for Instagram. So if you don't want to use like a depth lens or whatever for your phone, you can use a GoPro because it has built-in Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. You can connect it to your phone and then download the GoPro app, and you can transfer the videos from your GoPro to your phone, and then you can edit it all on your phone and then put it on YouTube or Instagram. Since GoPros are meant for like, they're an action camera, you can mount these things freaking anywhere. So this is where mounting brackets come in. They come with a couple of them. They come with like a little bit like curved ones that way you can put them like on your helmet, or they come with like flat ones so you can put them on like flat surfaces and stuff. But there's so many companies out there that make all different kinds of mounting brackets, and GoPro makes a bunch of mounting brackets as well. Wherever you're trying to stick your camera, you can probably find like a mounting bracket and stick it there. Like they make them so you can put them on handlebars. They make little floaty devices for them. They make brackets so that you can put the camera in your mouth. It's just, it doesn't stop. I think they have some for like your wrist. They got chest straps, head straps. It goes on and on and on and on. Definitely invest in some of mounting brackets because you can mount these things anywhere. They have replaceable batteries, so you can buy multiple batteries for these and put them back in there. I think the GoPro 7 Black, the Black is the only one that has it. You can change out the batteries for them, and that's kind of a good idea to do because GoPro batteries don't last very long. And if you're not wanting to spend the money on multiple batteries, you can always just use a portable charger because GoPros use the same charger as the new Android chargers. You can just, if you have an Android, you can just keep your Android charger with you, and then you can charge your phone and you can charge your GoPro if you need. These do film in 4K. You can do time lapses with them. You can take pictures with them. GoPros will run you about $350, I believe, for the Hero 7. Next up, we have old school handy dandy video camera. Now there are millions of different kinds of video cameras. This is the one that I personally went with, and this is the Canon Vixia HF G40. Now they have some older models of these. They have the G10, G20, G30. This is the G40, and then they just recently came out with the G50 and the G60. The G50 is the exact same one as this. It just films in 4K. Nothing different, it just films in 4K. They also have like the G21, which is like the same camera as this, it just doesn't come with as many functions in it, and it's like $500 cheaper. This camera will run you about $1,200. This camera is truly amazing. Like, I could probably go on and on and on about this camera. It's awesome. But we won't do that today. If you want to learn more about this camera, just go ahead and message me and I can make a video for it. Or any of the cameras in that case. Okay, so the types of filming that you can do with this camera. You can do video parts. This is a great camera for filming video parts because it has obviously a flippy screen, which all video cameras do. Some, like DSLRs and mirrorless cameras, don't have flippy screens, so you won't be able to like get down low and be able to see your shot. It just has like a built-in screen onto the camera. Another good thing about it is it has a viewfinder, just like the old school VXs and all that. It's kind of a reason why I got it, is because it has a viewfinder. And what's great about a viewfinder is when it's a freaking blaring sunny day, you can't see the freaking screen. So you just use your viewfinder and you can see it perfectly because it blocks out all the light so that you can just see the image on the screen. And a third thing that's great about it is it has a big rocker zoom. So you can get those really far away shots and like zoom in and zoom out while they're going away from you or coming towards you. And you can just zoom a lot more smooth. And if you want, you can use the focus ring to zoom as well. If you like the manual function, like you would on like a DSLR, you can just use the focus ring to zoom in and out. They have a high capacity batteries on them. Unlike the camera that we're filming on right now, it is a mirrorless camera, which is very similar to a DSLR. They don't have very long lasting batteries, so you gotta buy multiple batteries if you wanna go filming for a day. This battery will last, I think it says, if it's fully charged, it'll say 122 minutes. So that's 2 minutes over 2 hours. You pretty much have 2 hours to be filming on this, and you can find higher capacity batteries for these, or you can just buy another one. So another type of content that you can use this for is talking head videos, like what we're doing here. The reason why it's good is it's got decent built-in audio if you don't want to buy a mic. With video cameras, you have to have a self-powered mic. Now what I mean by that is a mic that takes a battery to power it. With DSLRs and mirrorless cameras, you can use like a Rode Video Micro. It's just a mic that you plug in and the camera will power the mic, which is kind of a downfall because since it's powering the mic, it drains your battery faster. With a mic that is self-powered, it'll just drain its own battery instead of your camera's. The only thing that I wish it had was like a built-in handle like this, but you can always just use a filming handle, like the one that screws on the bottom that curves up here. Or if you can find one that's tall enough, which I'm pretty sure you can because there's millions of them, you can find a cold shoe handle and it just screws into the top of the cold shoe right here. And then you can just hold the camera from right here. Okay, so equipment that you would need for this camera for filming video parts or talking head videos. First up would be a fisheye. Now, since it is a video camera, the lens is built into the camera. So you can't interchange lenses like you can like a DSLR. You can't pop it off and put like a 50 millimeter on it, or a wide angle, or a 10 to 15 or whatever. The way that you would do it is it goes on like a lens filter. It just threads onto the threads at the front of it, and you have a fisheye. But the fisheye that I recommend is the Optica 0.3x fisheye lens. Super wide and it's super affordable. I paid $200 for it. And I think if you go onto Walmart's website, I think you can find it for $150. You know, if you don't want to pay $750 for like a Century, this is a great way to go. It works great for, filming lines and up close and just following people instead of having to zoom while trying to follow them. Plus you can get some like real creative shots with them. A second option is a filming handle or a hot shoe. A cold shoe mount. Now, the reason why you would need that is for, obviously, following people with fisheye. You know, you don't want to be just holding the camera like this because you might drop it, and it's just like really hard to hold on to. So that's just not a good way to go about it. The only thing that is bad about these filming handles is they're made out of plastic. And you have kind of a heavier video camera on here, and then you run out of fisheye. The fisheye is just solid glass, so it's going to add like a lot of weight to your camera. So it's going to be a lot of like really heavy sitting down here. So when you're filming, it kind of bounces because the plastic flexes. So another option obviously is your cold shoe handle. Now what's good about that is you have the camera kind of closer to your hand, so you can kind of maneuver it. It's not so like big and bulky. You just got one little handle right here, and it's just a lot more maneuverable and stuff. Third option for it is a microphone. Now, I'm gonna pull the microphone off of this camera, so excuse the echoey audio. Okay, so this here is the Takstar SGC 598. You have an on-off switch. So this is a self-powered microphone. It takes one AA battery, and as long as you don't leave the mic on, the battery will last forever. That's probably the only time I ever kill the battery is when I accidentally leave it on, which it's not a bad thing because it's, you know, it's one AA battery. You have a plus dB gain on it. So what that does is it just boosts the audio levels up a little bit more. And then this can just mount right up onto your cold shoe. Okay, so our next optional gadget is your filming light. Now, you don't need a filming light, but if you're wanting to get some cool like night shots and stuff while you're out filming, you definitely want to pick up one of these. Now, I picked one of these up at Best Buy. I think I paid like 45 bucks for it. This is Insignia filming light. It takes 4 AAA batteries. You can adjust, here, I'm gonna blind you here. Whoa! You can adjust the brightness on it. You can make it go down or you can make it go all the way up. So that way you can get the exact type of lighting that you want while you're out filming. Next one is a tripod. Now, I obviously can't show you a tripod because I'm using the tripod. If you're gonna buy a tripod, at least kind of look into it a little bit and make sure you get like a decent one, not one that's like $30 like what I did, because they will break easy. It is aluminum and you can set it up like really fast. The moving parts in it are all plastic, but like the structure of it, like the legs and everything, is all aluminum, which is fine because it's light. It just doesn't hold together very good. Now, you would obviously want a tripod for talking head videos like what we're doing here, or if you're wanting to do like a stationary shot. All right, so we are now filming on the Canon Vixia HF-G40. As you can see, it's got a significant different look to it. It's a little bit more orange. We are talking about this camera next. This one is the Canon M50. Now, this camera came out last year, I believe, 2018. This camera will run you at about $650. It's got the dual pixel autofocus, so it focuses on things like very quick. It films in 4K, you can do time lapses with it. It's obviously a picture camera, so if you're trying to do like photography for scootering, you can do that. It has interchangeable lenses on it so that you can put like wide angles and fisheyes and macro and telephoto and whatever kind of lenses you're trying to put on there. 25mm, 50mm. The one that this one comes with is a 15 to 45, so it gets pretty wide actually, not as wide as like a fisheye. Video content that this camera is good for: vlogging. Yes, vlogging. I know a lot of people don't like vlogging, but I figure I'll put it into the category on here just because, you know, there are people who do like vlogging or vlogs, and it is a form of scooter content because there are vloggers out there. Yeah, vlogging. One thing is because it's very light and it's very small. With the kit lens, that's what this is, the kit lens, the lens that it comes with. You know, the widest it goes is a 15, so it's easy to just get it like right there. Because it has a flippy screen, you can see yourself and make sure that you're in focus. Second type of filming that you can do with this is talking head, like what we were just doing and like what we are doing now. Now, our third point is video parts. I know I keep going over the same kind of video style ideas. You know, that's generally what people film for scootering. Okay, and our last point for video content is Instagram. You can film Instagram with this because this also has built-in Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, so you can connect it to the Canon app on your phone. Then you can transfer the videos or pictures, and then you can post it on Instagram. And that makes it great for, if you don't have a laptop to be editing on, you can transfer to all the clips to your phone, and then you can edit it on your phone and then post it on YouTube or Instagram or whatever you want to do with it. Equipment that I recommend or that you would need. Obviously, we're going to start off with the fisheye. If you're going to be filming lines and clips like that for video parts, you definitely want a fisheye so that you can make it so it's not so shaky, and get up nice and close and get nice and creative. Do your research on what you want to find. That's just what I recommend. Another thing that you will need is a filming handle or a cold shoe handle. Now, with these cameras, I honestly recommend a cold shoe handle a lot better, because the cold shoe handle is actually designed more for DSLRs and mirrorless cameras. because your cold shoe is right here up on top. So you can flip it either way you want it. You can have the handle more back here, or you can have it more up here at the front. So you can move it around how you want it, and then you can attach like mics and stuff to the top of that as well. I do recommend extra batteries for these if you have the money to get them, just because, like I've said before, the batteries on mirrorless and DSLRs do not last very long, especially if you're out in the freaking cold. The cold will suck your batteries dry real quick. I also recommend a microphone. So with these DSLRs and mirrorless cameras, you can run powered mics or camera powered mics. You can run any kind of mic will work on these. The one thing that you want to make sure you look for in DSLRs is that it has a mic jack, which the Canon M50 does, so you can use external audio for these. The reason why I recommend external audio, because DSLRs are not really made for video. The audio kind of sounds like a tin can, so I recommend using an external audio mic. And if you're going to be doing talking head videos or interviews or like video podcasts or whatever, I definitely recommend a tripod. So that way you have somewhere safe to kind of put it instead of trying to put it up on like books or some weird place like that. And last but not least, we're going to talk about the filming light again, because yes, if you want to film night clips, these will help you out. This camera does have very good low light, so you would need to use these in all situations, but if you're at like a spot that is just totally pitch black, you're not going to be able to see it. So definitely you want to keep one of these in your bag. Last but not least, we have the Canon GL1. For those of you who don't know, the Canon GL1 takes tapes. Mini DV tapes to be exact. This camera is from around 2000, the year 2000. Types of filming that it is good for. Video parts. That's it. I know Tommy Donano, owner of Outset Select. I know he did a few vlogs a few years ago on a Sony VX1000. They were pretty good vlogs too. I wish he'd do some more. A lot of people, when they think of like mini DV cameras, their mind goes right towards the Sony VX1000, 2000, or the 2100. Not that those are bad cameras, but they are freaking expensive. This is kind of a cheaper alternative to it. You know, it still films just like the VXs. It's just not a VX. It's not the trendy SD style camera. It's great for filming video parts if you want like that old school like look to it. If you like the SD look, standard definition look, and you don't need a lot with it. You don't have to buy a whole bunch of accessories for it besides a fisheye. You know, if you don't like the older sounding audio from the internal mic, which in my opinion, I think the built-in mic on these are very, very good for it being 20 years old. It does have a built-in audio jack, so if you want to use an external mic, you can. Like I said, you don't need a lot. You don't need a filming handle. You just really need like a fisheye and maybe like a filming light, if that's what you want. It has a huge battery that comes with it. It has a viewfinder. It has a built-in handle, so you can just grab the camera and go fisheye, or do a long lens shot down low. It's got a flippy screen. It's got the dad cam hand strap right here, so you can really get in there. It's got the rocker zoom. For how big this camera is, it's pretty versatile. I mean, you really just, you pull it out of your bag and it's ready to go. Whew, that was a lot to talk about. Hopefully that clarified some styles of video cameras that you would like for whatever kind of scooter content that you were trying to create. If you're wanting to learn more about these cameras or other cameras that I have, or if you want me to just do more videos on the other cameras that I have, go ahead and just leave a comment. Yeah, I hope this video helped you out. I'll have everything that I talked about in the description of the video. You can go to Amazon and just check it out. Other than that, thanks for watching this video. I put a lot of planning and work into it, so share it if you want. Again, hopefully you got some good information out of it. And until the next video, we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.